Hey, so who am I speaking with here?
Hey, I'm Cali Lewis.
And where would I find Cali Lewis?
At geekbeat.tv.
GeekBeat, or is it Brief? I thought it was GeekBrief.
No, now it's GeekBeat TV. I'm now on the Revision3 network.
Awesome. Well, congratulations for joining the Revision3 network. All right.
I'm super, super excited to be joining them. We've had a lot of work going on to get this up and running, and they've been awesome. Their team has been working really hard. My team has been working really hard, and so it's kind of a to be able to get this out and start a future with Rev3.
Hold it. So did you just launch?
Just on stage.
Well, congratulations. I was running around doing interviews, and I completely missed it.
Yeah, I figured.
Well, congratulations. I know about GeekBrief. I did not know about GeekBeat. But so let's talk about, it's been 5 years since Revision3 and Diggnation. Where were you 5 years ago, and what do you know now that you wish you knew back then?
So 5 years ago, I hadn't quite... Yeah, I was just finding out about the world of podcasting. I actually started my first podcast in December of 2005, and what do I wish that I knew then? Everything. Back in 2005, it was all about the technical feed. You had to edit the feed yourself, you had to do all of this stuff yourself. And also on the production side of it, I'd never been in front of the camera. I'd never done anything with lighting, and we had to figure out a lot of the production aspect of it. And so now it's a whole lot easier and a whole lot cheaper. You don't really have to do anything on the technical side to be able to do a podcast, which is awesome. And also cameras. I mean, you have a Canon Vixia. I love the Vixia line. Those are awesome cameras, and they're inexpensive. You can get a Vixia for $1,000 or under, and there's a line, so back and forth. But they're accessible and they're inexpensive, and
it helps. I'm sorry. It helps to be a little bit attractive, like you are, Cali. I'm sorry. It does help, but you are very bright. I appreciate that. So let me ask you a question about interviewing. You've done a lot of interviewing before you started doing your podcast. Any tips and advice you can give to people, maybe now that you've learned or back then?
My first interview on on my previous show, GeekBrief, it was pretty horrible. I didn't know how to handle myself. I didn't know what to do. And what I learned through the process over the last 4 years of doing interviews is just to talk, just to have a conversation. And I love people. I love to hear people's stories, and that certainly helps in a conversation, right? But that's the most important thing, is to just find out what they're all about. So just have that conversation and get down and deep.
All right, well, okay, so let me just pause you for a second. So your interviews are the stuff you do on television, but the interviews that happen for people who look at dice.com are interviews for jobs. So do you have any advice in that area, or not your expertise?
I haven't had an interview in many years, so I don't. I would say just be yourself, but that's a really cliche kind of answer. But yeah, I haven't been on an official job interview in many years. I'm very lucky for that reason. I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize. Don't apologize at all. You know what? A lot of people get by like that as well. I mean, that's just the way it is. Hey, so let me just close. Give me a website or a Twitter handle that you want to promote.
So you can find me at www.geekbeat.tv and twitter.com/Cali Lewis.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Cali. I appreciate it.